The sound was faint at first, a distant sob echoing through the trees. At 3 a.m., in the dead silence of the forest, I heard a girl crying. And the terrifying part? I was alone, or at least I thought I was. It was supposed to be a peaceful retreat. My cousin Rhea and I had rented a cabin near the edge of the Bowali Forest in Uttarakhand, a remote, untouched patch of green that bordered an abandoned wildlife reserve. The cabin sat isolated, hugged by thick oaks and pine trees that reached for the sky like skeletal hands. The air was sharp with the scent of wet bark and moss. Crickets chirped in a constant rhythm, interrupted only by the occasional hoot of an unseen owl. A fog lingered low, curling at our feet like something alive. Locals had warned us not to go into the woods after dark. "The forest keeps secrets," the old caretaker of the cabin had said, half joking, half serious. We had laughed then. We weren't laughing now. It began the second night. Rhea woke me, her face pale. "Did you hear that?" she whispered. I listened. A soft, distant sobbing, like a child or a girl. Fragile. Broken. We looked at each other. "Probably an animal," I said, though even I didn't believe it. But the sobbing continued. Not just once. Every night. Always at exactly 3 a.m. Always from the same direction, deeper in the woods. On the fourth night, curiosity turned into obsession. "I want to find out who's crying," Rhea said. "What if someone's hurt?" I hesitated. Something in my gut said this wasn't right. But by then, it was too late. She was already slipping on her boots. We left the safety of the cabin with only a flashlight and our phones, the path ahead swallowed by shadows and silence. Rhea had always been impulsive, brave to the point of recklessness. She lost her mother at a young age and had spent years burying the grief under a mask of fearlessness. Me? I was the opposite. Cautious, calculated, maybe even cowardly. But she was family. I had promised her father I'd look after her. Now, as we walked deeper into the forest, I couldn't shake the image of her mother's funeral. The way Rhea had stood there dry-eyed, as if tears had abandoned her forever. And now, she was following the sound of someone else's. Maybe she saw something of herself in that cry. We walked for what felt like hours. The sobbing grew louder, closer, until suddenly we saw her. A girl, maybe 12 or 13, sitting on a fallen tree, her face buried in her hands. Her dress was old, torn, and caked with mud. Her hair matted and long, reaching her waist. "Are you okay?" Rhea asked gently. The girl looked up, and my blood ran cold. Her eyes were completely white. No pupils. No irises. Just milky, dead white. Yet they stared straight at us. Then she smiled. It wasn't a child's smile. It was ancient. Cruel. She whispered something, too soft to hear, and then vanished. Just like that. Gone. "No, no way," Rhea stammered, backing up. But the forest didn't let us retreat. Because when we turned to leave, the path behind us was gone. Completely. The trees had shifted, rearranged. The way we came, erased like a chalk line in the rain. "I told you," I hissed. "We shouldn't have come. This place, it's wrong." "She was just a girl," Rhea said, still looking around, panic rising. "We saw a girl. A real person. Maybe she's in trouble. She vanished, Rhea. She literally disappeared." "What kind of real person does that?" Rhea turned to me, tears welling in her eyes for the first time in years. "I hear her crying every night. Every single night. You think I can sleep through that without doing anything? I thought if I found her, maybe I could help." I swallowed my fear. "Okay," I said. Then we find her. But we do it together. We tried to backtrack. The flashlight flickered, then died. Phones had no signal. The darkness was alive, pressing against us, whispering with every gust of wind. Then the forest began to change. The trees weren't just trees anymore. Faces appeared in the bark. Silent, screaming, watching. And then we found the well. It was half covered with moss and vines, hidden behind a dense thicket. But something about it felt central, important. Etched on the stone were words in Old Hindi. Rhea read aloud, struggling with the dialect. Just as Rakeo Jagaya Hai woke Kabi Wapas Nahi Jayega. The one who awakened this spirit shall never return. Suddenly, the sobbing was everywhere. Not one girl, but many. Dozens of voices. All crying. And rising from the well was her. Floating. Her feet didn't touch the ground. Her white eyes glowed. And this time, her mouth wasn't smiling. It was screaming. We ran. But no matter which way we turned, the forest looped back to the well. We were trapped in a nightmare. Rhea fell to her knees, sobbing. I'm sorry, she cried. I didn't mean to. I just wanted to help. The spirit hovered closer. Then it spoke, not with sound, but inside our minds. She heard my pain. She came for me. So now she stays forever. A memory flashed through my mind, Rhea's mother's funeral. The photo Rhea always kept. Her mother as a girl, standing near a well. The same well. I pulled the photo from Rhea's jacket and held it up. The spirit paused. Her face shifted. From rage to sorrow. It was her. Rhea's mother. As a child. Rhea's mouth fell open. Mom! The spirit whispered. I waited for you. Then she vanished into Rhea. A rush of wind. A piercing scream. Rhea collapsed. Morning came. I found myself alone by the edge of the forest. The cabin in view. No signs of the well. Or the girl. Rhea was gone. No one believed me. The police searched. Locals shook their heads. The forest has taken people before, one said. But it gives them back changed. 2 weeks later, I got a message. A single voicemail from Rhea's number. Just a whisper. She's still crying, but now it's me. Click. And then static.